64% of your income in a country like Ireland with no employees and no real substance, that seems to be a serious issue, and you have to decide, well, where should that income be taxed?
So let me ask, how long have we been trying to solve this problem through the U.S. tax code?
This problem has existed on and off, well, basically continuously for decades.
So do you really think there's a fix to it? I mean, isn't there always there's unintended consequences to try and do anything here, isn't there?
Well, you've got the competitive issue, and are you going to let U.S. multinationals then effectively have free rein to move income offshore? And as Professor Shea indicated, you can, if you want to, move almost all your income offshore. Now, Apple wasn't that aggressive. They were fairly aggressive, but not that aggressive. So I think you've got to balance those issues, and admittedly very difficult issues, but I think Congress needs to face up to the issue and make some tough policy calls.
In fact, the people that benefit really are those owners, and a lot of those are probably union pension funds and just individual shareholders, correct? You know, there's an assumption that because Apple made a really good deal with the overseas taxing authorities, that's somehow bad for America. In fact, would we be better off if Apple were paying 12% to Ireland or 25% to Germany? Would Americans be better off?
Well, I think to the extent that you get a more fair allocation of income.
Shouldn't corporations take advantage of that? I mean, isn't that the rational thing to do? And quite honestly, when Apple is responsible for 600,000 jobs in America, that's not just Apple, but all the application developers, you multiply that times about a $50,000 median household income, that's about $30 billion worth of payroll at about a 20% tax rate. That's a lot of taxes flowing into the federal government as well, isn't it?
It certainly is, but under that theory, why don't we just eliminate taxes for Apple?
That was my next question. So one way around this, one way of actually capturing that income, I just want to posit this idea. You know, my business was an LLC, it was a pass-through income. Why not tax corporate income at the shareholder level? We would eliminate all these problems, wouldn't we?
Well, how would you propose to tax it for pension funds and foreign shareholders? Would you tax that?
Well, again,
would U.S. corporate tax be withholding tax?
If it passed through to the actual taxpayer, if you're a tax-exempt organization, you won't pay tax on that income.